Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of breathing and gaseous exchange. In our previous video, we had talked about the process of respiration and types of respiration. Now, what is respiratory surface and what are the characteristic features of the respiratory surface and what are the different respiratory organs present in different organisms? In this video, we will discuss about that. Clear? Firstly, what are the characteristics should be there in respiratory surface? So here, the characters of respiratory surface. First of all, the respiratory surface should be very thin, because we know that the gaseous exchange is going to take place. That's why the surface should be very thin. So first important character is the surface should be very thin for gaseous exchange. Because gaseous exchange is going to take place, so the surface should be very thin. Second one, the surface should be very moist. Clear? The surface should be moist because the gaseous exchange is going to take place by the process of diffusion or osmosis. So here the surface should be moist. Next, the important characteristic, that is the surface should be highly vascular. It means there is very good supply of blood is there, because blood is the tissue which helps in the exchange of gases, and we know that blood transport the different type of gases. That's why the surface should be highly vascular. It has very good supply of blood. So the surface should be highly vascular, having very good supply of blood. Next one is presence of respiratory pigment, which can bind the gases. So here the respiratory pigment should be present there. So presence of respiratory pigment to bind O2 and CO2. As in case of human beings, hemoglobin is there to bind these gases. So a respiratory pigment should be there for binding the gases. Next one is the large surface area should be there, so that the maximum exchange of gases can be takes place. So large area for maximum exchange of gases. Maximum exchange of gases. So these are some important characteristic features which should be present in the respiratory surface. That is, it should be very thin, it should be moist, it should be highly vascular, presence of respiratory pigment is there, and the large surface area is there, so that the gaseous exchange can be takes place very efficiently. Nextly, we are going to talk about the respiratory pigments. Now, different types of respiratory pigments present in different organisms. So here, what are the different types of respiratory pigments? These respiratory pigments are very helpful in the process of gaseous exchange. First and very important pigment, that is called as hemoglobin. The red colored pigment, iron containing pigment, so it is iron containing pigment. mainly present in the higher vertebrates, iron containing pigment. Clear? It present in the higher vertebrates including human beings. So for example, it present in the human beings and higher vertebrates. The second type of pigment that is called as hemoerythrin, which is again an iron containing pigment and found in the annelids. Second one is hemoerythrin. Hemoerythrin is there, and this hemoerythrin is also iron containing pigment. Iron containing pigment, which is mainly found in annelids. Found in annelids, the members of phylum Annelida. Clear? Like earthworm, nereis, leech, these are the members of phylum Annelida. So it is found in annelids. The third important pigment is hemocyanin. Third one is hemocyanin. This hemocyanin is copper containing pigment, and this pigment is basically found in mollusk, the members of phylum Mollusca. Now the hemocyanin is present, which is copper containing pigment. Next one is echinochrome. This echinochrome is also iron containing pigment. The fourth one is echinochrome. It is also iron containing pigment, and as the name indicates, echinochrome, this is basically found in echinoderms, means the members of phylum Echinodermata. So it is found in echinoderms. The next important pigment that is called as vanillum. This vanillum is mainly found in the coelomic fluid of protochordates. So next one is vanillum, and it is found in the coelomic fluid of protochordates. Clear? So these are the different types of respiratory pigments which are found in the different organisms, and these pigments helpful in the exchange of gases. Next one is the organs required for respiration. There are different types of organs present in organisms for respiration, and depending upon the name of the organs, respiratory organ, the type of respiration is also defined. So the first organ for respiration is skin. Clear? So the first organ for respiration is skin. The respiration which is going to take place by moist skin is called as cutaneous respiration, and this cutaneous respiration is present in earthworm and frog. For example, in earthworm and frog, cutaneous respiration is present. The second type of respiratory organ is called as trache, and this type of respiration is called as tracheal respiration or tracheary respiration. This is tracheal respiration. The tracheae are mainly the chitinous tubes. These are present in insects. Example in insects like cockroach, mosquitoes, etc. So here tracheal system is present for respiration. Third type of organ is gills, and the respiration which is going to take place by gills is called as branchial respiration. It is branchial respiration, and mainly this type of respiration is found in fishes. Fish is going to respire through gills, and prawns. In fishes and prawns, branchial respiration is present. Next one is lungs. Lungs are the very important organs for respiration, and the respiration which takes place by lungs is called as pulmonary respiration, and it is mainly found in higher vertebrates. Higher vertebrates. From amphibians to mollusks, all the vertebrates are going to respire through the lungs. Except these organs, some important organs are also found in the different organisms for respiration. For example, book lungs, which are found in scorpion and spider. Next one is book lungs. These are found in scorpion and spider. Clear? So these are the important organs for respiration. Next one is book gills, which are found in limulus. Limulus is the aquatic organism. Book gills. It is found in limulus. And the one more important respiratory organ, that is called as pulmonary sac, which is a modified mantle and found in the mollusk. Next one is pulmonary sac. This pulmonary sac is modified mantle of the body of mollusk. So it is found in the mollusks. So these are the some important respiratory organs which are present in the different organisms. In this video, we had discussed about respiratory characteristics of the respiratory surface, respiratory pigments, and the respiratory organs. In our next video, we will discuss about these all respiratory organs in details. So in our next video, we will discuss about the cutaneous respiration in detail. Thank you very much.